Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we are going to be talking about SoFi Technologies Incorporated, as you guys can see on the screen. This is ticker symbol SOFI or SoFi for those of you who are maybe not as familiar with this company or with the stock. And today on the surface is really not all that interesting of a day for SoFi. Right now SoFi is down 0.005 and it is down 0.093%. So, for all intents and purposes, pretty much a flat day for SoFi. Yes, it is red, and that sucks. We don't ever like seeing the red or whatever, but really not all that much has happened today. We're kind of, at least so far, closing the week on kind of just a big nothing. And hey, it's better than a big down day, but definitely not as exciting as some upward movement or anything like that. Overall, SoFi has had a very, very good week, 14.55% up on the week. And when we take a look at the rest of the market, things are relatively flat across the board. Dow Jones up a little tiny bit. S&P down like a third of a percent, and NASDAQ down about a third of a percent. Russell pretty much flat. So SoFi kind of, right there in line with the whole market. Maybe they're even a little bit green right now. I don't know. I'm recording this around noon Eastern time, so there is still time left in the rest of the day for the market. So these things could change. Who knows exactly where it's going to end up or whatever, but it doesn't really seem like anything too crazy is going to be happening today, which, like I said, not the best thing in the world, not the worst thing in the world, but there is plenty of stories and news and stuff to talk about today. So don't worry, we still have a lot to get into. So first up on the SoFi stock subreddit, this person posted, I know they usually only came up when we mentioned the RSS, but let's stop comparing SoFi to Citi, especially when their business is on a different trajectory than ours. And this is apparently breaking news from CNBC that Citigroup shares have declined after reporting 21% decline in fourth quarter profit. Now, other people are saying, hey, Citi didn't actually go down that much. Citi was only down 1%. So people are just kind of overreacting maybe a little bit to the news. Obviously, a lot of companies have declines in profits and revenues and all this stuff kind of already baked in, and people are expecting that 2022 wasn't that good and that 2023 is not going to be that good. So, bad news doesn't really affect things as much as maybe it once would have or whatever. But, this obviously is a big financial company with 21% decline in fourth quarter profit. Not necessarily the best sign for maybe all financials or all, financial institutions or whatever. Obviously, these things can be loosely related. Sometimes they can be very strongly correlated. Who knows? Definitely something to keep an eye on. But I think everyone does kind of expect, and maybe not everyone, but a lot of people who do believe strongly in SoFi kind of believe that, hey, SoFi is on a different trajectory than a lot of these other legacy or more legacy or bigger financial institutions, especially in terms of growth and stuff right now. So I don't know, something to keep on your radar, something to keep an eye on. We also had this, I believe this is from Investor Place. No, it's from The Fool. 3 no-brainer stocks to buy right now for less than $10. And of course, it's, CRBLF, SoFi, and JPS. So SoFi did make the cut. Again, though I think the SoFi share price around $5 is too low considering the company's business prospects. My Motley Fool colleague Matt Frankel believes that SoFi could have 10x potential. And apparently they agree. Despite SoFi's dismal stock performance, its underlying business remains strong. The company reported its net revenue soared at 56% year over year in the third quarter of 2022. It added nearly 424,000 new members, a 61% increase that brought its total membership to over 4.7 million. Again, you also have to keep in mind that I believe the next earnings report is going to be like January 30th or somewhere around there. We're going to be getting some more information about growth and also future prospects and stuff like that. So yes, stock performance over the past year has been disgustingly horrible, but a strong start to 2023, and it doesn't mean that brighter days couldn't potentially be ahead. And Molly Fool at least seems to be on board, so we'll have to see what's up there. I thought this was absolutely hilarious, very, very funny post. The reason why 2022 sucked. This is obviously SoFi CEO Anthony Noto on the left, and this is Mad Money's Jim Cramer on the right. Obviously, a lot of people consider Jim Cramer to be some bad luck, and that you want him to stay away from your stocks and your investments and all this stuff, and inverse Jim Cramer, blah blah blah. Some people think that, hey, this little photo, or even the fact that Cramer and Noto maybe touched or were next to each other or were pictured together or whatever, maybe that was a bad omen for SoFi in 2022. So maybe if we can keep these guys separated for 2023, we can have a good year. But I just thought this was funny. Wanted to sprinkle this in, kind of break some of this stuff up. Apparently, this guy, Riley Smelly, he tweeted out, if I want to permanently stop a recurring payment from SoFi from my checking account, I will need to write a handwritten letter to SoFi. Writing letters is not the future of banking. I should have more control over my money. At Anthony Noto, please compete with Rocket Money app. And they posted here the right to stop payment and procedure for doing so. You must first contact the merchant to request a recurring permit be canceled, blah, blah, blah. And then it just gets to the point where they have to write them at SoFi Bank and then their address and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, obviously that does not sound like the future. This doesn't sound like, fintech. This doesn't sound really, really good. So hopefully, and again, who knows what all the rules and regulations and laws are. I certainly don't. I'm not claiming to, but hopefully it's something that they can modernize or update or fix to make the user experience be overall better. Again, hopefully this isn't a situation or scenario that's going to pop up all that often, but just in case it ever does happen to anyone, I wouldn't want them to, But people are saying, hey, it doesn't have to be handwritten, at least according to the picture. Also, you can just call them. I don't know. If you call, we may also require you to put your request in writing and get it to us within 14 days after your call. So, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a bad situation. Seems weird. Hopefully, they can get some updating there. I know Noto's pretty respondent to people like on Twitter and social medias and stuff. So, hopefully, they get some things done there. But again, I don't know how much their hands are tied or what they have to do or whatever. This person said, explain it like I'm 5. How does SoFi make profit when they give away so much money? I've gotten over $350 just for using their products, $200 for the credit card welcome bonus and using so much in the first month, and roughly $15 to $30 a month for just actually using the app, IRA, direct deposit, and credit card. And this guy said, hey, they actually pay a low amount to acquire lifetime members who use multiple products. So yes, it's expensive, but not when you consider how much they will make for the lifetime of a member. And again, it's a short-term expense for what they hope is going to be, hey, we'll pay $300 or whatever today if we can have you for the next 50 years, and we can also get you using 5, 6, 7, 8 of our products. We start making money off you 8 ways. Obviously, you can see how that $300 would not be very difficult to recoup in a short amount of time. But that's only if they're around for that long. That's only if they keep you around for that long, and that's only if they have a bunch of services that you're going to want to continue to use and get you into other services and all that stuff. But yeah, definitely a fair question. Kind of interesting. Want to dive into that a little bit. We have this as well. This is from NASDAQ.com. Is a relief rally on the horizon for SoFi? A notable insider put his money where his mouth is and bought a sizable stake in SoFi. It makes sense to consider a long position, especially if you're bracing for a Fed-led relief rally this year. SoFi CEO keeps buying shares. A Federal Reserve pause or pivot could catalyze SoFi stock. If SoFi stock is SoFi a stock a buy according to the analytics? And conclusion, should you consider SoFi stock? So, hey, some people think there could potentially be a relief rally on the horizon for this year. I think if there's a relief rally for SoFi, it's going to be for the whole market. Just kind of depends what you think for 2023. I think for sure over the next couple of years, we're going to see some kind of rally in the market. I don't know if it's going to be 2023, 4, 5, whatever, if things are going to get way worse this year, if this year's going to be flat, who knows? But definitely just something to keep in mind. And then if we do see a whole market rally, whenever, is SoFi going to outperform or underperform the market over that time? Will definitely be interesting to see. SoFi investor study showed increasing investments being the most common response for how investors wanted to change in 2023. 85% of investors wanted to make changes to how they invest in 2023, with the following being the most commonly reported. 1, increasing investments. Obviously, who doesn't want to increase their investments? That just means you have more money, period, and then also more money that you are investing and hopefully working for you and doing good things. They want to conduct more research and they want to work with a financial advisor. Meh. Other significant statistics from the article: 3/4 of investors regret how they invested in 2022, probably just because they lost money, not necessarily because they think it was bad. If they would have made money, I'm sure they wouldn't regret it. 39% want to invest more. 33% want to leave their investment alone. 28% want to invest less. 33% cancel or delay plans or purchases because of money lost on 2022 investments. So we will have to see how this changes the investment landscape, not only into 2023, but beyond. Not only does this affect SoFi stock as far as people investing in it, but obviously SoFi has, investments available through their business, and it's a way they can make money and gain a customer base and stuff like that. So if people do want to increase investments, that can definitely be a good sign for SoFi as well. But we'll have to wait and see how all that goes. But again, so far so good in 2023 for SoFi. We'll have to see how things continue. But that's pretty much it for this video today. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.